There are many people who will see things happen to them that are in their favor. They say, "Oh, someone's looking over me." So that's a fascinating phenomenon when that happens. And when you analyze those situations, what you find is that we as humans simply have a profound inability to understand statistics and probability. It's really that simple. And it's a quick experiment. Line up 1,000 people and give them a coin and have them flip the coin. And if whoever gets tails, tell them to sit down. So it's about half. So 500 people left. You repeat it. 250 people left. 125, 60, 30, 15, 8, 4, 2, 1. It's a thought experiment. So approximately half the people sat down every time they flipped the coin. Half of them get heads, half get tails. There's one person that's standing at the end. That person flipped heads 10 consecutive times. So who does the press go to? The press goes to that person and say, "How do you feel about this?" "Well, I felt that heads energy about halfway through, and I kind of knew I was going to win. I saw heads on the thing." And did they interview anybody else who might have felt exactly the same way but didn't flip heads 10 times in a row? Because they're on their way home now. They're not there for the interview. So we're thinking that this guy had some kind of clairvoyance about his fate, or that he prayed or whatever. And so, whereas every time you do this experiment, basically, somebody flips heads 10 times in a row. And so we don't know how to handle coincidences or things that are rare for you, even if they're common in total. So, whatever God is not luck. We can demonstrate that mathematically. Personally, I'm not all that worried about artificial intelligence and robots taking over the world. But almost everyone I know who's an expert in it, they're worried. They're all worried. I'm reminded of Ray Bradbury, author of many great science fiction novels about Mars and other stories. He was once criticized. Someone asked him, "Ray, why do you have all these apocalyptic, futuristic stories? Is this what you think we have in store for ourselves?" And he says, "I don't write these because I think that's what our future will be. I write these stories so that you know what future to avoid." And I said, "Ooh, that's deep." So the fact that we've had our share of films that show computer intelligence taking over, I think it spooked us. And a little bit of spooking is a good thing. It means you'll move forward, you'll step lightly. But here's my reasoning for why I'm not as afraid as AI experts. Every manifestation of computer ability that has arisen has been parsed into some task or set of tasks that we previously had undertaken, and now the computer does it. So we used to build cars on an assembly line. Now robots build cars, and cars are better than they have ever been. People think of robots that'll run around and they'll have all this high intelligence. Well, go back 40 years ago, 50 years ago. People were imagining robots, humanoid robots, and then the robot would then drive your car. No, not today. The car is the robot. So the idea that you would have what they call general intelligence, some kind of entity that can learn anything and do it better than any of us, I just don't see that as the direction things are headed. We'll have tasks, we'll get some really good computer to figure out how to do it better than we can, and then it happens. So I'm not as worried. But if the concerns of AI experts are real and we need to heed them, yeah, there'll be a day when AI takes over and it'll make us their pets.
Right.
we should all learn how to behave better. Because the day AI takes over, they're going to pass judgment on whether humans should continue or not in this world. They're rendering all these other animals extinct. They're destroying the environment. They can't even be shepherds of their own fate. So, yeah, they'll just exterminate us all. Have a nice day.